Hello, Internet. I am not Matt Cremona. Instead, I am Matt Haas. This is Awesome Wood Things. Welcome to another episode of WTV Woodworking Top Videos. I got the Matt Cremona stickers in the mail, and in my opinion, you can either believe the sticker of his head is the most epic woodworking sticker ever made, or you can be wrong. I have seen this all over the internet. Someone put it on their grizzly bandsaw, and over the grizzly image, instead of the grizzly bear head, they have Matt's head. They're doing all kinds of neat, wacky things with this sticker, and I think it's brilliant. So I created this chroma key image and made it publicly available on the web with Matt Cremona's permission. That's right, he gave his permission to do this. So if you're a YouTube maker and you want to put Matt's head superimposed over your YouTube footage, go get it. Links in the description. Before we get started, I'd like to give you just a quick show update. First of all, I love making this show. The people who are featured, their subscription count rises. They share my show around. People who watch the show share my show around. It's good for me, but most importantly, people who watch are introduced to passionate, creative makers, and that's wonderful for the community. None of that's going to change. However, I do spend about 8 hours an episode. This is episode 11, and I need some equipment, I need some software. I'm thinking about launching a Patreon account. YouTube launched a new polling feature. Simple question. If you could answer that poll, I'd appreciate it. It simply says, if you were me, would you launch a Patreon account to support this show and my Maker Build videos, which also appear on this channel? It's not if you would become a patron, just if you think it's a good idea. I'm very sensitive to copyright and fair use issues. All of the clips have explicit permission from the creator before they're featured on the show. I'm doing it right. I want to help the community, and I want to keep doing it. Let me know your comments. I would very much appreciate it. Thanks. All right, we will start off with a rapid fire segment. That's where I just quickly talk about some makers before we get into the clip part of the show. They either were on the show before, I couldn't get permission in time, there was production, timing issues, whatever. Don't look too much into it. First off, Kyle Toth, segmented Torus. I'm almost without words about this thing. It's just incredible. You gotta check it out. Cactus Workshop, good channel. They made a hairpin leg table and it kind of failed, but again, the music is awesome, the editing is awesome, the product is awesome. Top-notch stuff. Love it, love it, love it. JimmyDiresta, he made a sign that looks wicked cool. And WoodworkingManiak, he made the table saw accessories, and this thing is really slick. He has some very thin plywood slide-out drawers that has the blades and the dado sets. It's done really nice. I love organization products, and I might do something similar. It's very cool. Dan the Maker, man, he built a belt buckle that totally kicks butt. Bales, oh my gosh, this channel. He did a poplar and plywood chess set. I don't know what it is. I love the chess set builds, but this has heavy metal music. It has special effects. It has the split screen where he's talking to himself. Top-notch stuff there. If you're not a fan, be a fan. You'll love it. Oh, and then there was Greg's Garage did a hipster nightstand. It had this awesome pattern, and this was for Izzy Swan's contest build. Good stuff. Let's start this off with an up-and-comer segment. That's when a video creator has very few subscribers but should have a lot more because they're awesome. This is Jared Hildebrant. At the time of this making, he had 6 subscribers and he has 1 video. I know this guy. He is a very talented creator and we might see some good things from his channel. But check this out. It's making a carbide roughing gouge with upcycled materials. This was a Keith Decent project submission for his upcycled contest. Check it out. I love upcycling videos, and this was a great project. Okay, coming in, number 5, Wood Frontier. Make hollowing tools and Woodturn fantastic vessels and Hollowforms. Check this out.
First, you're going to cut the rod to length. In my case, I went about 13 inches, and keep in mind that a couple of inches are going to be buried into the tool handle. Making a tool handle is a straightforward process for a wood turner. From here, you basically rough up the shank that's going to be covered in epoxy, cover it in epoxy, and clamp it into your handle. After making this tool, I decided to try it out. I've got a bit to learn about making Hollowforms, but I think this one turned out all right.
Great technique, great video. I like it. All right, coming in, number 4, W.M. Walker Co., a desk for the office. Check this out.
My busy season is coming up, and this year I want to be more organized. I decided I needed a new desk, and I wanted to make it out of oak to match my computer desk. When I'm dealing with 8-quarter material, I don't use biscuits or loose tenons. There's enough edge grain glue surface to make a solid joint, and trying to line up biscuits and super thick boards is a pain if there's any kind of bow. Cut at the ends, then sanded to 180 grit. Time to start on the base. It's all cabinet construction, so I laid out my cut list beforehand. I'm using 3/4 inch oak plywood. Plywood is expensive, so it's always a good idea to plan for as little waste as possible. Then, all I had to do was set it up in the office. This was a really cool project, and I'm so excited for the way it turned out. I think it looks great in the office. Thanks for watching, guys.
Great looking desk made with traditional building techniques. I like it. Okay, coming in, number 3, Trustin Timber, Timber Transformers. Check this out. Those were gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Love it. All right, coming in, number 2, Warren Downs Woodworking Tips. Make beautiful solder inlays for your woodworking projects. That's right, inlays made of solder. This is crazy. Check it out.
You can't solder wood, can you? Well, I think that turned out pretty good. It's got a nice shine to it, a little bit more sanding, and I think that'll be really shiny. I like the burnt wood contrast. That looks pretty cool.
Oh my goodness, what an awesome technique. Solder, inlays, hello. Wow, I am definitely going to try that. Okay, coming in, number 1, it's Steve Carmichael. And I am inspired by a lot of makers out there, but something about Steve's original projects, usually smaller crafts, I tend to do a lot of that on my project builds. Big inspiration. And he did a SawSquawk table saw Birdhouse. And it was inspired by SawStop, but SawSquawk. It is so unique and fabulous. You've got to check this out.
Spring is right around the corner, so it's a good time to make a birdhouse. Today I'm going to make one that looks like a SawStop table saw, except I'm going to call it the SawSquawk.
What a great, fun project. Steve, please keep making great videos. Love it. All right, that wraps up another Woodworking Top videos. I'd like to thank Matt Cremona for being such a good sport. Please check out his stuff. Matt is a true craftsman. You'll love it. Some of his stuff is linked in the playlist below. If you want your sticker on the big board, send it on in. If I missed a video or you have a suggestion for me to feature a video, hit me up on social media. And as always, share the show around. It really helps. Thanks, Internet.